The fall of the Angiulo Brothers. The evidence gathered from the wiretaps proved instrumental in bringing down the Angiulo brothers. In 1983, a series of coordinated raids led to the arrests of Jerry, Danny, Frank, Nicky, and Mikey Angiulo. They were charged with a multitude of offenses, including racketeering, extortion, loan sharking, and drug trafficking. The subsequent trials garnered significant media attention, shedding light on the extent of their criminal empire. The Angiulo Brothers, a notorious reign of crime in Boston. Introduction. The Angiulo Brothers, an infamous family rooted in organized crime, left an indelible mark on Boston's criminal underworld. Dominating the city from the 1960s through the early 1980s, their operations included loan sharking, drug trafficking, and extortion. This life story delves into their rise, their reign, and their eventual fall, highlighting key events and figures within their empire. Early life and family background. Gennaro Jerry Angiulo, the most prominent of the Angiulo brothers, was born on March 20, 1919 in Boston, Massachusetts. The Angiulo family hailed from the town of Bracigliano in the Campania region of Italy. Jerry, along with his brothers Donato, Francesco, Niccolo, Michele, and Antonio, grew up in the North End, a neighborhood heavily populated by Italian immigrants. Their parents, Cesare and Giovannina Angiulo, instilled in them traditional Italian values, but also exposed them to the harsh realities of life in a struggling immigrant community. Rise to power. Jerry Angiulo began his criminal career in the 1940s, initially engaging in small-time hustles and petty crimes. However, it wasn't long before he recognized the lucrative potential of organized crime. By the 1950s, Jerry had forged connections with prominent figures in the New England Mafia, particularly with Raymond L.S. Patriarca, the powerful boss of the Patriarca crime family based in Providence, Rhode Island. Jerry's keen business acumen and ruthless efficiency quickly earned him the respect and trust of Patriarca, allowing him to establish himself as a key figure in Boston's criminal landscape. Expansion of criminal activities. Loan sharking. Loan sharking became one of the primary sources of income for the Angiulo brothers. They lent money at exorbitant interest rates to individuals who were often unable to secure loans through legitimate means. The Angiulos were known for their brutal enforcement methods. Those who failed to repay their debts faced severe consequences, ranging from threats and intimidation to physical violence. This ruthless approach ensured that their clients remained compliant and that the Angiulo brothers maintained a steady flow of income. Drug trafficking. In addition to loan sharking, the Angiulo brothers expanded into the drug trade. They capitalized on the growing demand for narcotics in the 1960s and 1970s, establishing a vast network for the distribution of heroin, cocaine, and other illicit substances. By leveraging their connections within the criminal underworld, they ensured a steady supply of drugs into Boston and its surrounding areas. Extortion. Extortion was another significant aspect of the Angiulo brothers' criminal empire. They targeted local businesses, offering protection in exchange for regular payments. Those who refused to comply often faced vandalism, arson, or physical assaults. The brothers' reputation for violence made it nearly impossible for business owners to resist their demands, thus expanding their influence and control over the local economy. The Angiulo Brothers Syndicate. The Angiulo brothers operated their criminal enterprise with a level of sophistication and organization that rivaled legitimate businesses. Jerry Angiulo, as the de facto leader, oversaw operations from their headquarters at 98 Prince Street in the North End. Each brother played a crucial role in maintaining the syndicate's operations. Donato Danny Angiulo. Known for his hot temper, Danny was involved in overseeing loan sharking operations and ensuring debt collection. Francesco Frank Angiulo. Frank managed the family's gambling interests, which included illegal bookmakers and numbers rackets. Niccolo Nicky Angiulo. Nicky was responsible for drug trafficking activities, coordinating the import and distribution of narcotics. Michelle Mikey Angiulo. Mikey handled the extortion rackets, making sure local businesses adhered to the Angiulo Brothers' demands. Antonio Anthony Angiulo. Anthony, the youngest, played a supporting role, assisting in various operations as needed. Conflict and rivalries. While the Angiulo brothers maintained a firm grip on Boston's underworld, they were not without rivals. Conflicts with other criminal factions occasionally erupted, leading to violent confrontations. One notable adversary was James Whitey Bulger, the notorious leader of the Winter Hill Gang. Though initially maintaining a tenuous peace, tensions between the Angiulos and Bulger's gang escalated, contributing to the volatile nature of Boston's criminal underworld. Law enforcement and surveillance. The reign of the Angiulo brothers eventually drew the attention of law enforcement. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, the FBI and local police intensified their efforts to dismantle organized crime in Boston. A major breakthrough came when the FBI managed to plant listening devices in the Angiulo brothers' headquarters at 98 Prince Street. These wiretaps provided crucial evidence of their criminal activities, capturing conversations that detailed their operations and implicated them in numerous crimes. The fall of the Angiulo brothers. The evidence gathered from the wiretaps proved instrumental in bringing down the Angiulo brothers. In 1983, a series of coordinated raids led to the arrests of Jerry, Danny, Frank, Nicky, and Mikey Angiulo. They were charged with a multitude of offenses, including racketeering, extortion, loan sharking, and drug trafficking. The subsequent trials garnered significant media attention, shedding light on the extent of their criminal empire. In 1986, Jerry Angiulo was convicted on multiple charges and sentenced to 45 years in federal prison. His brothers received similarly lengthy sentences, effectively dismantling the Angiulo crime syndicate. The convictions marked a significant victory for law enforcement and signaled the decline of traditional organized crime in Boston. Aftermath and legacy. The downfall of the Angiulo brothers marked the end of an era in Boston's criminal history. Their arrest and subsequent convictions significantly weakened the patriarcha crime family's influence in New England. The power vacuum left in their wake led to a reorganization of the criminal underworld, with new players emerging and old rivalries resurfacing. Despite their criminal activities, the Angiulo brothers remain a significant part of Boston's lore. Their story serves as a reminder of the city's tumultuous past and the enduring impact of organized crime on its history. The Angiulos' ability to build and sustain such a powerful syndicate highlights both the allure and the danger of the criminal underworld. Conclusion. The Angiulo brothers' life story is a testament to the complexities and contradictions of organized crime. From their humble beginnings in Boston's North End to their rise as dominant figures in the city's criminal landscape, the Angiulos exemplify the dark allure of power and wealth. Their eventual downfall underscores the relentless efforts of law enforcement to uphold justice and dismantle criminal enterprises. As a key chapter in Boston's history, the Angiulo brothers' saga continues to captivate and caution those who delve into the annals of organized crime.